And for my final video before the season starts, I have my award predictions for this upcoming season. We'll start out with the rookies, and we'll go Offensive Rookie of the Year for the first award here. Kenny Pickett and George Pickens opening as the top two favorites for this award. Dameon Pierce and Breece Hall following them. But my award is going to go to Treylon Burks, who I think is really going to have a solid season in Tennessee. With Robert Woods coming off of that injury, I think that Treylon Burks will end up making his way to be the #1 receiver in Tennessee this season. Whether it's going to be Ryan Tannehill or Malik Willis at quarterback, I think that Treylon Burks will make his way to being wide receiver #1. He was amazing in Arkansas last year as a junior, 66 receptions for over 1,100 yards and 11 touchdowns. Even rushing, 14 attempts for 112 yards and a touchdown. So he can really do either on the ground or in the air. He can make it happen. And I think for Tennessee, they're definitely going to use his ability. It's going to be a tough year for them with Ryan Tannehill aging, now losing a top 10 receiver in A.J. Brown. Treylon Burks is going to have a huge role in this Tennessee offense, and I think it's a huge opportunity for him, which is why I think he will take this award. And for Defensive Rookie of the Year, this is probably a favorite for the award. I'm not trying to be any type of different guy here. I'm trying to get these predictions right. I'm going with Aiden Hutchinson out of Michigan. I think that he's going to be a guy to turn this Lions defense right around right when he gets in. 36 tackles last year, 62 tackles for loss, and a total of 14 sacks. A crazy year. Michigan was a Heisman finalist, but you know that they give it to a quarterback basically every year. Went to Bryce Young, I want to say. But I think that, like I said, he's going to be the changer for this Detroit Lions defense. He's just going to be the guy that Dan Campbell is looking for. And I think he's going to have a huge season and take some Defensive Rookie of the Year. We're going to move on to Coach of the Year. We'll get this boring one out of the way. I have Brandon Staley winning this award from the Los Angeles Chargers. If you watch my AFC West prediction video, you would see that I had the Chargers actually winning that division with a record of 13-4, finishing as the 2 seed in the AFC. I think the Chargers are going to have a really, really good year, and obviously that's going to be led by second or third year head coach Brandon Staley, who's really turned this team around from being the 6th pick, taking Justin Herbert, now all the way up to Super Bowl contenders. So I think Brandon Staley definitely has a solid chance at winning this award. Next up, for Comeback Player of the Year, I think that this is going to be a tight race between a lot of players. Jameis Winston, Michael Thomas, both of them back. Chris McCaffrey in contention for like the 3rd or 4th year in a row. But I'm going to be going with Derrick Henry. I'm looking at his game log right now. Played in weeks 1 through 8, and then 9 and on. Did not play from that foot injury. Came back for the wild card game against the Bengals. Ultimately lost that game, but he wasn't really himself. He was just pushing himself to play that game. Didn't really play the whole entire thing. But the amazing thing is that Derrick Henry had just under 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns last season with playing less than half the season, which is absolutely absurd. I think he's going to be coming back, and with Tannehill, like I said before, getting kind of older, I think Mike Vrabel is going to be looking to get the rushing game more involved this season, and Derrick Henry is going to be back like he never left. And now on to the final 3 awards, probably the 3 funnest awards to get into. But for Offensive Rookie of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year, I have Justin Jefferson winning this award. Only in his 3rd season in the league. Probably should have won Offensive Rookie of the Year 2 years ago in his rookie season, but Justin Herbert won it from the QB love that they always like to give. But I think that Justin Herbert's going to pop off this season. Now, Kevin O'Connell, the new head coach of Minnesota, he's going to be getting the passing game more involved. And I think that Justin Jefferson is going to have a crazy season. I think that he won't be the Cooper Kupp. He's not going to break out because he already is a stud in this league. But I think that he's going to have a type of season where he's going to be in MVP talks, but it's going to end up going to a quarterback. We'll get to that in a bit. But I think that Justin Jefferson has a huge year and basically unanimously wins Offensive Player of the Year. Just last season, had over 1,600 yards and 10 touchdowns. And I'm just imagining what Kevin O'Connell is going to let this man do this season. Definitely a debatable one here for Defensive Player of the Year, but I'm going to go with Micah Parsons. I am. He was basically the unanimous Defensive Rookie of the Year last season. He was in Defensive Player of the Year talks as a rookie, and that's absurd. He was, I think it went to Myles Garrett, I want to say, or Aaron Donald, one of those two as always. Should have been TJ Watt though, but Micah Parsons was in conversations as a rookie, and now is a 2nd-year player, adding more to his bag, 13 sacks and 84 combined tackles. He really just turned this Cowboys defense around. It was ranked as one of the worst in the league last season, but towards the end of the season, the Cowboys, they weren't one of the best, obviously, but they definitely weren't towards the bottom, and that was just because of Micah Parsons Trevon Diggs obviously had a breakout season, which is great for him and the defense. But I think that Micah Parsons has a huge year. I have the Cowboys finishing with a record of 11-6, I'm pretty sure, finishing second in the NFC East, though. But I think that this defense is going to be led by Parsons as he takes home his first of most likely multiple Defensive Player of the Years. And here we go. The final prediction here. Most valuable player of the 2022-2023 NFL season. Basically the same pick as about 80% of people in the world. It's Josh Allen. It's really the safest pick to go with. I wouldn't even argue if you had Justin Herbert, because that's a really fair pick. Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Brady, all those guys I understand. But Josh Allen is going to have an insane season this year. I think the Bills are on a mission, especially after their heartbreaking loss against the Chiefs in the divisional round last season. Over 4,400 yards and 36 touchdowns. Basically the best season of his career so far. And I think that he can definitely improve this season. Now, with Gabe Davis, I think going to have a huge season this year. Stephon Diggs obviously being the same guy that he is. Cole Beasley gone, but they brought in Jamison Crowder. Dawson Knox really had a really solid season last year. And I think that Josh Allen can lead this team to the Super Bowl. I think that they can be Super Bowl champs. I don't really have a Super Bowl champion prediction, in my opinion, but if I were to have one, it'd probably be the Buffalo Bills. Hurts me to say that as a Dolphins fan, being in division rivals, but there's really no other way to it. The Bills are probably the most talented team in the NFL right now. Looking forward to their opener versus the Rams, obviously, tomorrow night. But I think that Josh Allen is probably the safest pick, as same goes for, like I said, like 80% of people in the world right now taking him. But that will be a wrap to my NFL season prediction series. Had the 8 record prediction series videos, and then this one for the award predictions. Definitely a fun time filming all these. Now we just watch and see how the season unfolds. Tomorrow night, obviously, the big opener. And then Sunday is going to be a crazy game. We still have the Dolphins-Patriots preview coming, the Dolphins win record prediction, that whole entire video coming, and then the Week 1 predictions were just posted last night, so make sure you go check those out right now. Either way, we'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.